Doctor Who Season 15 has been pretty heavy on references to David Tennant's era of leading the show, and Ncuti Gatwa's 15th Doctor manages to sneak in one more mention of 10 of 14 just before regenerating. David Tennant's 10th Doctor was the star of the show between 2005 and 2009, taking over from Christopher Eccleston's 9th Doctor and becoming just the second actor to lead Doctor Who's modern era. Tennant's eccentric and charismatic performance as the Doctor quickly immortalized him among the show's fan base, and years later, Doctor Who can't escape him. Doctor Who's Season 15 opener immediately started the Tennant-era references, with Belinda being unamused by the term timey-wimey, which was a turn of phrase coined by the 10th Doctor. Tennant's face even resurfaces throughout Gatwa's second and final season as the Doctor, and other nods to the 10th Doctor's time in the TARDIS are peppered throughout. There was even an entire episode that served as a sequel to 2008's Midnight. There is never anything belittling about these nods to Tennant's efforts, and all of them bring a smile to my face. Doctor Who Season 15's finale takes a humorous jab at David Tennant's returns. Tennant is clearly the other guy Gatwa is talking about. David Tennant isn't the only actor to reprise his role as the Doctor after stepping away from the show. Part of the beauty of Doctor Who is that the door is always open for stars to return, and this includes former Doctors. Doctor Who Season 15's finale, The Reality War, even contains a perfect example of this in the form of Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor cameo. However, David Tennant has now enjoyed two incredibly high-profile comebacks since he left in 2009, and Gatwa's final episode didn't shy away from acknowledging that. When 13 shows up in 15's TARDIS before Gatwa's regeneration scene, 15 says, "I'm surprised it's not the other guy, he is always turning up." Even without Season 15's other acknowledgements of Tennant's era, it's not hard to tell who 15 means. After coming back as 10 in 2013's The Day of the Doctor alongside Matt Smith's 11th Doctor and John Hurt's War Doctor, Tennant returned a second time in 2023 to lead the cast as the 14th Doctor for the show's trilogy of 60th anniversary specials. So, it wouldn't have been at all surprising if he'd appeared instead of Whittaker as well as Belinda, Veroda Setu, reacting to 15's use of the term timey-wimey. She also poked fun at Blink in Lux, playfully criticizing that the beloved episode doesn't sound that good when you boil the plot down to the fact that blinking isn't encouraged. Tennant is just one of several actors to play the Doctor in the modern era, but it's obvious from how easy episodes are to reference, with little more than a few words, just how much of an impact the actor has made since he made his hit debut in 2005 and made his various comebacks. That said, other than his return for The Day of the Doctor and his brief cameo at the end of 2022's The Power of the Doctor, David Tennant has only ever appeared in Doctor Who while Russell T Davies was the showrunner. Davies oversaw the show's revival and left when Tennant did in 2009, and both men returned in 2023 for The Star Beast. So, while Davies could have recalled any of several Doctors back for the 60th anniversary, it makes sense that he would want to work with someone with whom he has such a professional rapport. What's more, Tennant can now come back to Doctor Who at pretty much any time and with very little effort from a writing perspective. The 14th Doctor was the first to bigenerate, which means he still exists in the Doctor Who universe despite passing the baton to Ncuti Gatwa's 15th. 14 isn't stuck in a parallel dimension or stranded somewhere without his TARDIS, he's simply at the house of Donna Noble, Catherine Tate, and her family in 21st century London. So, don't be surprised if Davies recalls Tennant to Doctor Who again in the near future.